Resident Evil 9 is one of the most anticipated games by players and fans of the series for this 2025, and although we still have no official data from Capcom, there are rumors from important sources as could be the ninth title of the franchise that seems to be the closing of an era, a new beginning for the series. So today, I leave you a summary of everything we know about the next Resident Evil 9, so enjoy it and let's start! The sources of these rumors and everything we know about Resident Evil 9 come from the insiders Dust Golem, Lunatic Ignus and supposed beta testers. We have already been able to test the game, and although these sources have been right with other leaks in the past, obviously we have no guarantee what they say it's true. That said, let's get to the facts. First, it's said that Resident Evil 9 would have started development since 2018 and has had various gameplay and story changes over the years. With so much time and resources invested, Capcom sees Resident Evil 9 as the most ambitious title in the series and will look to transform the series and the gaming industry as they once did with Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 7. The main characters of this game, but not the only ones, would be Jill Valentine and Leon Scott Kennedy, but they could be supported by Chris Redfield, Barry Burton and even Ada Wong. Jill would look almost the same as her Resident Evil Death Island look, and she ages slower due to her immunity to the T-Virus and Wesker experiments. She would also wear a tactical combat suit, similar to the one used in Resident Evil 5. Leon, on the other hand, would have a similar design to the one we saw in Resident Evil Damnation, but he would look older. The plot would take us an interconnected system of islands in Southeast Asia, with a large main island that would be inspired by Singapore. But there would be more places to visit, such as a forest, an abandoned hospital, caves, an old factory, a temple, and finally, a laboratory among other places. According to rumors, Jill would be an agent, and she would be investigating with Leon the islands, since there would be the headquarters of the company that created Evelyn, Juno, the super powerful and crazy girl from Resident Evil 7. This strange company would be creating clones of Evelyn with samples of the Megamycete seen in Village. And while it doesn't look like Ethan or Rosemary Winters will return in this game, they could at least be mentioned in some way, because Rose's blood would be used to create a vaccine to protect the local residents. This vaccine would be important because Jill and Leon will also be infected by the Megamycete. Finally, rumors say that Blue Umbrella will return in this game to close the plot of Resident Evil 7 and Village. In Resident Evil 9, we would face a new type of zombie, very similar to Los Ganados from Resident Evil 4. A dark cult similar to Los Illuminados, it's possible, who worship the moon and wear tattoos on their bodies. They would also be enemies of the game. Stalker enemies would return, an unarmed creature would chase Leon, and another Wendigo-like creature would chase Jill inside an abandoned hospital. The supposed beta testers played a demo of Jill in a hospital in April 2024 and another demo of Leon in a forest at night in September last year. The game would have a gameplay with a perfect mix between horror and action, similar to what we saw in Resident Evil 4 Remake. Map exploration will be much more important than all previous games, and there will be a lot of backtracking, something like in Village, but on a much larger scale. We could get two main campaigns for the story that may be interconnected, and the appearance of several important characters of the saga. Some kind of co-op or multiplayer system is not ruled out. The graphics will be brutal. Capcom wants a new level of realism with high resolutions and many frames per second for the images. To end all rumors, it's believed that the game will be announced at Sony next State of Play in late January or early February, and the game will be released later this year, also delayed to 2026 it's possible. Okay people, this would be the most important data we know about Resident Evil 9. Don't forget, these are only rumors of insiders and testers. It's best to wait for confirmation from Capcom, but everything points to this game will be the largest and most ambitious production of the Japanese. So, something very big is coming. That's all for now. If the video was interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your opinions of all this in the comments, and also leave your likes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon in the next video here in the Beat Island.